Guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Lupita. I'm 27 years old. I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I'm actually just married 3 months, but I've been together with my boyfriend for around 7 years. And today we're actually going to be talking about relationship advice. Decided to start this channel because I actually wanted to start a relationship advice channel. I want my channel to be as organic and positive and helpful as possible. If anybody is on Instagram, I was hoping that you guys would go on Instagram and send me a message asking different questions about what kind of relationship advice you guys need help with, or you can actually leave comments down below about any questions you have about this video or any relationship advice that you would need. I have a 9-year-old daughter and I'm 27 years old, so I was a very young mom. I had relationships after her, and her father and me didn't work out, and in the midst of that, it's crazy because my experiences, I guess, has led me to want to start helping other people. I remember I struggled with this a lot. I struggled with relationships a lot because I was so sheltered, and my mom was very religious. Well, my mom is very religious, and because of that, it prevented her from being able to give me advice on certain things, or for me to be able to talk about certain subjects with her. And so I remember, when I was younger, like, I felt like I couldn't really ask anyone about certain things, and it's just, I don't know, it kind of like, it didn't break my spirit, but I just struggled with that. So that's why I decided to make this channel, to hopefully bring some enlightenment or some type of positivity, someone that was going through things like I was going through. Start this video. Okay, so I was not able to find like a exact like letter or something where like someone was actually like writing their past and just asking a question, but I went on my Instagram and I found a question. So I guess I'll answer the question and kind of go in detail about that. Oh, before we start this video though, I do want to say a disclaimer. I am not a certified therapist, psychologist, anything like that. This is my personal experience, so please keep that in mind while watching this video. Okay, so this question is kind of crazy, but it's what it is. It says, he cheated 5 times. I really don't know what to do. So, my answers are generally gonna be open-minded because there's so much going out there now. I feel like before it was very simple, a guy and a girl, they both are together, they get married, so on and so forth. But in today's world, that's not the case anymore. So I'm very open-minded and I don't judge. That's one of the things I content and very, very, very strict with myself. I try not to judge as anybody, because I think that's wrong. Like, who am I to judge anyone? For me specifically, because I am this as a person, I think cheating is my #1 thing, where it's my role. Like, that happens, I leave. I don't deal with it, I don't talk about it, I just move on. And that's because I was raised in a specific way, and cheating is just one of those things that is just not cool with. However, I know a lot of people that have open relationships that can deal with that, and have certain relationships where that's okay, and they were raised differently than I am, and that's fine, because obviously whatever makes you happy, go for it. But obviously if it's something that does not make you happy and it's something that goes against who you are, then yeah, I definitely feel like there has to be some sort of conversation, and you really have to let that person go, because it's just not who you are. example, I had a cousin and she was dating this guy for a while. I think within the 2 or 3 year mark, she had found out that he cheated on her, and she kind of brushed it off and just was like, you know what, whatever. Like, she didn't do anything much about it. She just kind of ignored it. And the problem with that was that she just wasn't that type of girl, you know. She's not the type of girl to have a boyfriend who's gonna be able to go with other girls, and she wasn't the type of girl that when she's in a relationship she's gonna be with other men. I mean, that's okay if that's what you want. I mean, you know my suggestion to you would be, you need to get out of the relationship, because obviously either he doesn't understand what you want or you don't understand what he wants, and that wasn't spoken about before the relationship started. And see, the thing is, yeah, there's some guys that, I'm not gonna lie, they kind of not faithful and not honest, but that's a good thing to happen before kids in marriage are involved. I mean, even if it happens with kids in marriage involved, it's the possibility still there to go. But when that's not in place, it's way easier, because it's very just clean slate and you move on to the next person. I don't believe in vengeful things, I guess. I don't believe in getting a person back or whatever. And honestly, it took me a long time to get to this place, so I don't judge people that are in that place, because I was in that place at one point where if something would happen or if someone would do something to hurt me emotionally, I would want to do that back to them. But it took me a long time. It took me a lot of learning, a lot of experience, but I've gotten to the point where I feel like if you are looking for vengeance or revenge, you're really saying more about yourself than about that person, because you're the one coming off as you're insecure. You don't want to show that person that you're insecure, because that's not who you are. You're just doing it because you're hurt. A lot of people do a lot of things when they're hurt, and I feel like it's not worth it. It's not worth your respect, and it's definitely not worth losing who you are, because it took you a very long time to develop and learn and be who you want to be, and you're still probably going through that process. And for a person to have that impact on you, the huge impact that, you know, you might not think that decision is going to affect your life, but I feel like it can. And you know, I just don't think that's good karma either. You know, like, oh, he hurt me, so I need to go hurt him so I can feel better, so I can show him that, you know, he's not gonna mess with me or whatever. But what you're really saying to him is, you know, I'm really just hurt, and I'm gonna hurt you because I'm so hurt. You know, I feel like hurt people hurt others. I definitely think people can change, because I've changed and my husband has changed. We both changed, and I honestly believe that if it wasn't for both of us wanting to be together, we wouldn't be together, you know. So I definitely think change happens. However, I also believe that when people do things to hurt other people, it's because it's not really them doing it to you. I know you're taking it personally, because obviously you're the person that is getting the bad end of the deal, but I think it's more because they just aren't happy with themselves, or like they have self-esteem issues, or like they just are not happy with some part of their life and they feel like this is gonna resolve that. So I really truly believe that if someone does something to you, especially in a relationship, you can't take it personally, because it's never you. It's really about them. It's really whatever they feel inside, or what they're going through, or their process, or their damages. And you can't let that affect you, because it's not you. You know, if you did everything right, you know, you tried to do everything right, you were honest and loving, and you know, there's sometimes also times when we have to reflect on ourselves, because we're also working on ourselves and we're also growing, and that takes time, and that sometimes takes effort. So you have to look at all those things also. You can't just blame that person and keep blaming them. You also have to look at what you're doing, because sometimes we are so easy to let other things pass with strangers because they're just our friends or our coworkers, but we're so hard on our boyfriend or girlfriend that are together with us because we have so many expectations of them. Like, we think, oh, you should be this, that, and whatever. And when we feel like we're not getting what we want, we get mad. And we're so much harder on them because we think, oh, well, you should know this is expected. And you know, expectations will be your downfall, because if you don't expect it from a regular person that you see every day, and even they fail to do it, but obviously you forget them because they're your friends or they're your co-workers, and you have to continue to work with them or continue to treat them. So why not do that for your significant other? Like, you know, that doesn't make any sense. For the significant other, should be a lot even more forgiveness, because you guys are together like a very long time, and if you're planning on being together for years, you just have to understand that people are imperfect, and that sometimes you're not gonna get everything you want from them, and they're not gonna get everything they want from you. So hopefully, you know, that will start the healing process if someone has cheated on you and you do not agree with that. I hope you guys like this video. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, or any advice you guys want to give, please post them below, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.